crushing my confidence instantly sound familiar? You men might think you're ready, but older women are playing chess, not checkers. Winning their attention isn't about luck, it's strategy. And guess what you're losing? Because no one told you the real rules today that ends because there's one technique, just one that will flip everything. Master this, and older women won't just want you. They'll desperately pursue you, ready to finally level the field. Trigger her maternal instinct. Welcome to Amma, your go-to channel for real relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. Number 1. Trigger her maternal instinct without acting like a boy. All right, relax. I'm not saying you should turn into her needy teenage son, because honestly, that's just weird. Instead, imagine this. You subtly show a hint of vulnerability, like casually mentioning you're nervous about a job interview or excited about taking on a new hobby. You're strong, but you trust her enough to open up instantly. Her instinct kicks in. She wants to guide you, reassure you, even protect you a little bit. It's biology, guys. She can't resist it. But here's the secret sauce. You keep it subtle. Don't overplay it because you're not looking for a new mum. You're showing her your maturity by being comfortable with occasional vulnerability. Think of it as letting her feel needed without becoming needy. Big difference. She starts seeing you as intriguing, complex, and emotionally mature. And trust me, older women deeply appreciate a man who's secure enough to admit he doesn't always have it all figured out. Now she's thinking about you differently, curious about what's beneath your surface. But careful, we're just warming up. Because this next tip will have her seeing you as the most fascinating guy she's met in years. Number 2, be playfully rebellious, then go deep. Look, I'm betting you've thought older women expect some buttoned up, perfectly behaved gentleman. Right, wrong. Here's a little secret. Deep down, she misses the rush of youthful rebellion, and lucky for you, you're exactly who she needs to reignite that spark. Maybe lightly tease her outdated taste in movies like, wait, did you actually rent these from Blockbuster? Or playfully challenge her pivot into something deeper, sophisticated wine choices by suggesting the cheapest bottle tastes identical. She'll laugh, roll her eyes, and secretly adore you for pushing her buttons just enough. But here's where you completely flip the script. Immediately pivot into something deeper. Ask her genuinely thoughtful questions, maybe about dreams she gave up on or the life-changing adventures she still craves. Suddenly, you've gone from being just fun to profoundly fascinating. You're not the predictable younger guy. You're the intriguing contradiction she can't quite figure out. And older women love figuring things out, especially people like you who effortlessly balance playful charm with meaningful conversations. Now she's hooked, invested, speak to her past emotionally, and wondering where else you could possibly lead her. But don't get comfortable yet, because this next strategy I'm about to share is an emotional masterstroke, one that will make her feel you've known her forever, even if you just met yesterday. Number 3, speak to her past like you were there. Okay, you weren't around when Madonna was topping charts or when people actually watched MTV for music videos. But here's the beautiful thing. She doesn't need you to pretend you were instead. Speak with genuine curiosity, tapping into nostalgia without faking your age. Say something playful like, honestly, watching Friends reruns makes me wish I'd been there when Rachel's hairstyle was revolutionary. Or casually ask her which 90s song still gives her goosebumps. Suddenly, she's vividly recalling moments from her past, sharing memories and connecting emotionally without even realizing it. The trick here is genuine curiosity mixed with respectful humor. She sees you're not afraid of the age gap, but rather intrigued by the experiences it brings. Here's the kicker: you're giving her permission to openly revisit joyful or even bittersweet memories, making her feel deeply understood and uniquely special. Trust me, she'll start wondering how someone younger can relate so effortlessly. It's this unexpected connection that will set you apart from every other younger guy awkwardly trying to impress her. But don't stop here, because there's something else vital you need to master. If you don't handle this next tip carefully, Everything you've built could vanish instantly, yet if you nail it, you'll become irresistible in ways you never imagined possible. Number 4, don't compete with her age, respect it all, right? Real talk. The absolute worst move you can make is pretending your age gap doesn't exist. Or worse, acting like you're somehow more mature than she is. Believe me, she sees right through that nonsense. Instead, flip the script by openly respecting her age and all the experiences that come with it. Casually acknowledge her accomplishments. You've clearly built an incredible life. I genuinely admire that without making. Celebrate it lightly, it weirdly formal. It instantly tells her you're secure enough in your own skin to recognize what she brings to the table, rather than desperately competing to seem older or wiser yourself. Here's a quick reality check. She already knows you're younger. So, relax. Celebrate it lightly, even humorously. Try something like, "Honestly, I don't know how you handle dating before texting carrier pigeons. It's funny, endearing, and most importantly, respectful. Suddenly, you've turned what could have been awkward into an advantage. She feels admired, valued, and surprisingly refreshed around you because you're comfortable owning your age difference without apologies or insecurities. But hold tight, because if you think this was powerful, just wait until you discover the subtle but deeply attractive way you can flirt with her mind. Nail this next tip, and I promise she'll think about you long after your conversation ends. Number 5, flirt with her mind, not just her body. All right? Let's be brutally honest here. She already knows. You think she's attractive. Great detective work there, Sherlock, but here's something you probably didn't realize. Older women aren't easily impressed by just compliments on their appearance. They've heard all that before, like a million times. If you truly want to captivate her, you have to flirt with her mind. First, try throwing questions that make her actually pause and think, like, what's a moment in your life you'd love to relive? Or, what's something you've always wanted to try, but haven't yet? You see what you did there? You instantly stood out from every guy who's still fumbling around with surface-level flattery. Suddenly, you're the guy who sees her brain, her ambitions, her passions, not just her looks. And here's the magic of it. Now she feels intrigued, engaged, and intellectually connected, exactly the chemistry older women crave. Let's face it, most younger guys barely scratch the surface. They overlook this powerful emotional trigger completely, but you won't make that mistake, because now you're armed with a secret weapon. Show her you're curious. Trust me, when her mind is intrigued, her body naturally follows, but careful, don't think you've won yet, because this next psychological tactic will put you in a league of your own myths. This, and you'll lose your advantage instantly. Number 6, show her you're curious, not impressed. Here's where most of you guys mess it up. You meet an older woman who's confident, successful, maybe even a little intimidating, and you instantly turn into a fanboy. You shower her with compliments, try too hard to match her energy. And guess what? She mentally checks out. She doesn't want a cheerleader. She wants a man who gets her. So here's what you do. Instead, be curious, not impressed. Ask real questions, not, "Wow, how are you so successful?" No, that's flattery. Try, "What motivated you to take that path in your life?" Or, "Was there ever a moment where you wanted to just throw it all away and do something totally different?" That's curiosity, that's depth. That's what makes her look at you and think, okay, he sees me, not just my resume. She doesn't want to be placed on a pedestal. She wants to be explored, understood, and challenged. And when you do that without fing over her, you create something no amount of compliments ever could. Mutual respect and magnetic intrigue. And trust me, when she feels that she stops comparing your age and starts wondering what it would feel like to be with someone who actually sees her. But now comes the move that flips the entire game. Ready, number 7? Let her see you resist her first. This one's going to feel completely backward, but stay with me, you'll thank me later. Most younger guys, they're too eager, too available the moment she shows a little interest. They fold like a lawn chair, and older women, they expect that they're used to being chased, admired, and instantly validated. So when you don't play that game, when you resist her, just a little, it messes with her in the best possible way. Now, I'm not saying ignore her or play games that's amateur stuff. I'm talking about subtle, powerful resistance. Maybe you wrap up the conversation first. Maybe you say, I'd love to stay longer, but I've got plans, I can't move. You're not rejecting her, you're showing her you have option standards and a life that doesn't revolve around her, and that, my friend, makes you dangerously attractive. She starts thinking, why isn't he chasing me like the others? Suddenly she's doing bonus point. The chasing, you're no longer the younger guy trying to prove himself. You're the man she can't quite figure out, and that unpredictability is intoxicating. But don't get too comfortable, because if you're still with me, you've earned something special. The kind of insight most men never hear unless they stick around till the very end. If you've made it this far, type older and wiser in the comments. It proves you're serious about leveling up your attraction game. And we love seeing who's truly dedicated as promised. Here's a bonus point, a sincere thank you for sticking around, because you're the real MVPs of our community. Bonus point master, the art of unpredictable predictability. Here's a secret. No one tells you older women crave stability and excitement. Simultaneously sounds confusing, right? But imagine you consistently show thoughtful gestures, maybe remembering her favourite coffee, but suddenly plan spontaneous adventures she never saw coming. That carefully blended mix of steadiness and surprise is like catnip to older women, hooking their attention and affection effortlessly. Trust me, you're about to become her favourite addiction. Use this wisely and before you go. If you found real value here, please hit like to support our growth and help more guys discover these powerful strategies. Subscribe right now for daily outro videos that level up your dating game. And share this video with just one friend who needs this boost in his dating life. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end. We deeply appreciate your loyalty. And as promised, there's another powerful video right here on your screen. Trust me, click it right now because it's even juicier than what you just learned. We'll see you right back here.